Hi there and welcome. Today we are going to be making Runzas, better known as Bierocks. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Runza first originated in Eastern Europe, then it moved over to the United States. Specifically Nebraska, they have over 70 Runza fast food chains there. I first heard about this from my mother-in-law. She actually calls them kraut Runzas. When I first heard of this, my first thought was, if I eat this, am I going to be running to the bathroom? Needless to say, that did not happen. So the meat filling in the Runza is ground beef, cabbage, onion, salt and pepper. Real easy to do. I will be making these Runzas today both in the oven and in the air fryer, which this air fryer is a Cooks Essentials 5.3 quart. With that, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for our Runza filling, I have 1 pound of ground beef. This is 85% lean. I have a medium yellow onion. You can use white onion if you would rather. And I have a bag of coleslaw mix. This is 1 pound. Now normally I would use a head of cabbage, but they wanted $1.49 a pound. The cabbage was 4 pounds. I'm sorry, but I am not paying over $5 for a head of cabbage. This will work just fine. Again, this is just a coleslaw mix and we have 1 pound here. I'm going to get the ground beef out of the package and into our skillet and we'll get started. Okay, I have my ground beef into my skillet. I think actually this is called a chicken fryer. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, you're going to want kind of a deep skillet because we're going to need enough room once we add our cabbage. We don't want it overflowing and spilling everywhere. I'm going to crumble this up. Once I get this a little crumbled, I'm going to add the onion. First time using one of these meat choppers. I can't believe I bought one. I'm kind of glad I did because this is pretty slick. It does make it easier. I'm going to add some salt and pepper right quick. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my onion that I chopped up. I just roughly chopped it. It's up to you on how fine or chunky you want it. I'm going to cook this up until the meat is almost done and then we will add the cabbage. Okay, my meat is almost where I want it. It's cooked almost all the way through. I have my heat on a medium low. Now I'm going to add our cabbage. Do this just a little mix here. Add some black pepper. Now all we're doing here is just cooking this cabbage down until it's tender. Okay, I am back. The cabbage is nice and tender now. This took about 10 minutes. Now we want to completely cool this off before we continue. This would be great to make a day or two ahead of time. Also, if you want to add other spices to this, of course, go right ahead. Sometimes I add cayenne pepper. If you wanted to add some other things to this, like peppers or mushrooms, whatever, of course, go for it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this cool off a bit in here, put it in a container, pop it in the refrigerator overnight, and we will continue right now. Okay, it is the next day. We are ready to put our Runzas together. What we're going to need is bread dough. I'm just using frozen bread dough that you get at the freezer section at your local grocery store. This is the kind that I'm using. It's Rhodes. I have it all defrosted and ready to go. Okay, I have flour on my mat. I went ahead and took the dough and broke it into little pieces. Now you can make these as big or as small as you like. I'm going to roll this out to about 1/8 of an inch or 3/16 or so. I'm going to take some of our Runza filling now. And it looks good. And you can wrap this up however you like. If you have an easier way to do it, I'm just going to bring it up this side. And bring up the other. Pinch this together. Just like that. And bring this up. And pinch that together. Same with the other side. Just like so. Okay, I'll finish these up and I'll be right back. I just finished up the first batch of Runzas. I have 7 total. 4 I'm going to pop in the oven, the other 3 in the air fryer. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to pop these in the oven right now for 25 to 30 minutes until these are nice and golden brown. Okay, I have my air fryer basket. I am going to use one of these perforated parchment papers that fit into the air fryer. If you're interested in these, I will put a link down in the description for you. If you don't want to use parchment paper, I recommend spraying your air fryer basket with some oil. Place my 3 Runzas into the basket. Have a little baby one here. Put him right there. All right, that looks good. Let's go pop these into the air fryer. I have the air fryer set to 380 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. Not quite sure how long this is going to take. I will let you know the total time. Again, we are looking for a nice golden brown. Okay, we are 8 minutes in of our 10 minutes, and these are ready. They are a nice golden brown. Now I'm going to take some melted butter and just brush it over the tops of these. This is one major thing I love about air frying. It took this 8 minutes. The ones in the oven have been in there for 20 minutes. They have a good 10 minutes to go. Gotta love the air fryer. All right, I just took the ones out of the oven. It took 30 minutes. I'm gonna do the same with these. Brush them with some melted butter. All right, here we go. I will not be doing the bite today because I'm doing keto, but Jim will do the honors. First, I will give you a nice look at these. Bottom. There's the inside. Okay, here you go, Jim. Now, this is a dangerous question, but is this what you remember how your mom made these?
Pretty darn close.
All right. So you approve?
I approve.
All right. There you go. So again, the ones in the oven took 30 minutes on 350 degrees, and the ones in the air fryer, 380 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 minutes. So there you go. And just so you know, you can freeze these Runzas. They freeze beautifully. You can reheat them in your air fryer or in the oven. If you want the microwave, but I really don't suggest that. It's going to just kind of turn out soggy. Also, here's a few other videos you might like to check out next. And as always, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.